Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Inside the fan cave. Having a little microphone problems there. Sorry about that. Welcome and joining us right here in the fan cave. We appreciate it every single night of the week. It's 412-575-2600. That's the number to call. It's the Bordas and Bordas hotline. And we have something to talk about. The Pirates move into first place tonight. Andrew Fillipponi of 93.7 The Fan joins me up at 93.7 The Fan. Part of the PM team, and man, Pirates, although this was an ugly game, it was certainly not a game that I would show anyone learning how to pitch because it was bad pitching. Oakland's ERA was legit coming in as a team, 6.82. They lived up to that. The Pirates could have had 10 runs tonight, Andrew. But they battled through. They got a win, and now they're in first place because Milwaukee lost to the Reds.
Yeah, I think that the Pirates, to me, put forth the professional effort tonight. When you sweep the Cardinals and you have the worst team in baseball coming in, you worried about maybe a letdown, and that looked to be what was going on here early in this game. Oviedo, a lot of hard contact, gave up 3 runs. Pirates were stranded in a lot of those base runners that you pointed out, Bob. The starting pitcher for Oakland had them hitless through 4 innings, but there was a lot of traffic because of the walks, and then they just chipped away. Some very keen at-bats, working into hitters' counts. McCutchen drawing a bases-loaded walk. Reynolds doing the same thing. Sawinski coming through. So, do that and then give up a run and battle back at the end of the game, too. Austin Hedges made some big plays defensively for the Pirates in that 9th inning, bailing Holderman out. So, yeah, I mean, it was not easy. Really what we saw tonight, Bob, was a team in the A's that really is not a Major League Baseball team. It's an affront to the sport. It's a black eye to the league that there is a team in Major League Baseball that is this bad. It was not a full house at PNC Park tonight, far from it. You know why? Who wants to watch this other team? No one knows anybody on the roster. It's a joke. And we've had some really bad Pirates teams over the last 30 years, Bob. They all look like division champions compared to the A's team that was out there tonight.
12 wins, 50 losses, which puts them on a ridiculous pace to be the worst team ever in the history of the game. And you're right. If you look at their lineup.
Don't you think baseball needs to step in and somebody needs to say, we're playing with a 29-team league? This is an embarrassment.
It is an embarrassment. They went and got a whole bunch. They sold off just about all their big name players, and they got a bunch of guys. We'll see where that takes them. And it seems like Billy Beanball is such a thing of the past. I know he's still involved with them, but man, this is just a terrible team to watch. I have a friend of mine who was a former intern here who works for them. He was in town tonight, and that's got to be every single night of the week to watch this team. Crazy. Anyway, they won the game, so it's 6 in a row, and that's good. They have a chance to sweep this series, and quite frankly, Andrew, they should sweep this series. If they don't, I'd be disappointed. Mitch Keller goes tomorrow against a guy who has a near 7 ERA. In fact, everyone on that staff has a near 7 ERA. So to me, you got to sweep the series, period.
Well, you're being very kind to the guy tomorrow. His ERA is actually over 8. So it's not only the touchdown, it's the 2-point conversion when you go against this A's pitcher. And Keller has not been very good his last 2 times out, but he's gotten incredible run support. So here's a chance for him to take maybe some of his anger from some previous average starts by his standards out on a feeble A's lineup where there's really no guy who you're afraid is going to beat you. No real power, no real high batting average. It's a total farce, and I would expect the Pirates will go into that Wednesday afternoon game with a chance to sweep the A's. They should, and start this homestand a great 6-0 and get themselves, Bob, back to 7 games over 500.
And take on your team, the New York Mets, coming into town after that. They've been struggling. There are a lot of teams struggling in baseball. I went on Twitter, and I posted a couple of things about tonight's hockey game. There was a hit by Matthew Tkachuk, who you can hate him if you want, but he's one of those guys, man. He has been the heart and soul of the Florida Panthers. He leveled Jack Eichel, who, I really worried because he had neck surgery. That hit, he didn't see it coming last minute. His skate went underneath him, and he just kind of got flattened. When you saw that play, and if you haven't, check it out on Twitter, it's pretty scary, to be honest. But Eichel came back and did what, if you really want to come back and give them a dose of what's right, he came back and set up Marcia show early in the third period, and that's the way to say touche. And he did, and they're winning 5-1. But that hit is something that, man, when I saw it happen, Andrew, I said, that guy's going to be in trouble here because of the neck surgery that he had previously.
Bob, let me ask you a question. If I said you could sign either guy for $3 million this offseason, would you rather have Tristan Jarry or Aiden Hill?
Well, Aiden Hill is playing out of his mind right now, and he's done it in the highest.
They're both free agents.
And I know he's done it at the. Well, I don't think Vegas is going to let him go. They're going to come up with whatever cash necessary.
But I'm just saying, if both guys were available for the same price, who would you prefer?
Well, I'm going to take Aiden Hill based on his playoff performance.
Same.
I don't think there's any question about that. But again, I don't think before it ever gets to that, I think they'll wrap him up and sign him to a deal just based on what he's done. And if they don't, I would be shocked, and the fan base there would be shocked as well. But I got to tell you, another guy there, we're running out of time here. I'm doing a bad job of monitoring the clock, Andrew. But Ivan Barbashev,
all right, Mike Tomlin.
He has been unbelievable how good he's been for them.
Yeah.
That was the guy at the trade deadline. That's what you want on a fourth line. That's somebody, if you could find somebody like him to put on the Penguins' fourth line, that would help them out an awful lot. We're due for a break, Andrew, so I'll take it right now. Sorry, I did some clock management issues right there. We'll come back with your phone calls at 412-575-2600. That is the number to contact us. Pirates win. They're in first place. We'll talk about it next right here on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.